Hi, welcome to Mindful Messages with me, Malaysia. I hope you are well. It's been a little while since I've posted. I'm currently not on my Instagram. I've been taking a social media break. But I felt called to channel some messages for you guys today. It is the day after the Pisces full moon. Today is September 21st. So yeah, it's been such a beautiful time for me, guys. I got Reiki certified this past weekend. It was such a wonderful, healing, transformative experience. So much love, so much tenderness, so much strength, and I'm feeling really, really good. A lot has been coming up for me within my own life, within my own journey, and I am just taking this time, and I don't know how long this time is going to be, but I'm taking this time from now onward, however long that is, to just be a little bit more intentional, quiet, and lean into myself and lean into spirit more. So in order to do that, I have retracted a bit from the internet, from social media, from other people, in order to work through my own shadows that are coming up and really further develop the connection to self, to spirit, and not have that be influenced by anything outside of that. So my books are still open though, so if you would like a personal reading, please feel free to check out my website. All information is going to be listed below. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Like always, I went into meditation before pulling cards, and the channelings that came up were, what's meant for me will be clear, no confusion. A hallway with many doors, that's what I saw. A hallway with many doors, which will you choose? Keep walking the straight path, no distractions. Then I heard, say what you want to say it now. Say what you want to say it now. And then I saw a lot of red, orange, yellow, pink light, just all kind of bleeding into each other, blooming out of each other, just those colors, and they were all in this like light though. And then at the very end, I felt diving into light. I went ahead and I'm gonna move this to the side. I went ahead and I pulled 3 cards from the tarot deck, my tarot deck, just because, for the sake of time, because I find that when I am reading for you guys and I'm really channeling, these videos can get really long. And that's fine. You know, I want to get all the messages out for you, but I also want it to be something that you guys can listen to comfortably without having to feel like you got to pause it and come back to it and things. And if you do, that's fine too. But anyway, so we have compassion, Ace of Vases, bliss and joy, and invincible courage. Bottom of the deck, we have devotion, 8 of Vases. What are you devoted to? What are you devoted to? What is it that you are devoted to that is requiring you to find compassion, to find the courage to be compassionate? And it's really interesting to me that these cards came out because of the channeling I got. A hallway with many doors. Which will you choose? Keep walking the straight path, no distractions. So that was all part of the same vision that I had. And what Spirit was saying as far as keep walking the straight path, no distractions, is when you're in a hallway and there's all these doors on either side. You are walking in the middle. You're walking straight. No distractions. Don't get distracted by all the different doors. Yes, you can choose a door. Yes, you have many options. You have discernment. You have free will. You can choose what you want. But right now, I don't think that we're being asked or called to do too much right now. I think we're being asked to have the courage to keep walking forward and not get sidetracked, to not get distracted. What are you devoted to that is calling you to have invincible courage, to show up every day, to show up better within each given moment, within each given experience or circumstance that unfolds? Hold on to that devotion. Is that devotion in alignment with your bliss and your joy? I hope it is. It should be. This devotion, the things that you devote yourself to, like, think about that word, devotion. I wish I had my laptop with me. I want to look it up now, like the actual definition. But to devote, to give, and to give your utmost attention, your mind, your heart, your energy, your life force, your nurturing. Like, think about that word. What are you devoting yourself to right now? Does it bring you bliss and joy? And also, I'm hearing that even what we devote ourselves to, even when it is in our highest alignment, right? We're going to go through time periods where it feels like a struggle, because anything that is in our highest good doesn't mean that it should be hard. It doesn't mean that it should feel impossible or anything like that. It shouldn't be this like pulling teeth sensation or energy, but it is going to call us to step further into our higher self, our higher being, in order to continuously unfold. Do you get me? Like, I hope I'm making sense. Like, even the things that bring you the most bliss and joy in life, right? Even the thing that you're devoting your life's work to, of course it makes you happy. I mean, I hope it does. I hope that whatever you're, being called to in your life, and you're really devoting all of yourself into, it brings you happiness. But it also comes with lessons, right? It also comes with challenges. And those challenges and those lessons, they groom you. They groom you into being a better person, into being a stronger person, into being a more courageous person, into being a more compassionate person. And when we shy away from those challenges, when we shy away from those lessons, when we shy away from those opportunities to grow more, to expand more, to open our heart more, we are not as devoted as we think we are. I find it really interesting too. There's so much blue here. I'm going to go in and pull some tarot from Tarot of the Divine. This deck is blue. We have the Ace of Vases here in this pool of water. This is like the Ace of Cups. And then we've got the blue sky and blue Tara and invincible courage. Then we've got, again, more vases, blue vases and water. And then I was called last night to pick up my big lapis lazuli, my lapis lazuli, and I slept with it, and I felt called to bring it here as well. Also, like, throat chakra work has been coming up a lot for me. It's been coming up for me for months, actually, that my throat chakra has been blocked. Really, probably for the last year or two. that my throat chakra has either been blocked or it's been stifled or it's cluttered. And it came up again this past weekend in my Reiki intensive. And when one of my peers was practicing Reiki on me and she got to my throat, I literally saw a window open. I saw a window opening and all this sunlight coming in. And then I saw a chair right in front of the window, and it was like it wanted me to sit by the window and look outside. And I said to myself, I was like, I don't want to just sit by the window and look outside. I want to be outside. So I'm going to jump out the window. So that's where I'm at, guys. And I just find it really interesting that even now, even more blue is coming up. And compassion and courage, devotion, that takes truth. That takes honesty. That takes accepting the wisdom that this is for you, that this is what you want, that this is how you feel, that this is what life is for you, that this is where you're at in life, where you're at in your journey. It takes that true transparency, that true honesty, compassion. This is true honesty with the self. Yes, it can, this card can also talk about, reconciliation, new love, new connections, emotional outpouring, vulnerability, forgiveness, all those great things. But really, the root of it, where all those things stem from, right? Because those are flowers. The root of it is that inner honesty and acceptance of self. When you give yourself that compassion. And I talk about it all the time, but right now it just has a whole new meaning for me, especially in regard to the throat chakra, right? It's, and I heard someone say this, I don't remember who. It could have been Bahati Life, if you follow her on YouTube. So shout out to Bahati Life. She said that once the truth is accepted in the heart, once it's truly felt, once you really look at your heart, it then goes up to the next chakra, which is in your throat, for expression. So we feel it, we know it, but how do we express it? How do we, and it's not just about speaking it, it's about living it. Expression is not just about words. It's your expression, the way you move, the way you act, the way you now create your life based on this truth, right? And compassion cannot be given outwards until it is accepted inwards. So I feel like some of us might even have been feeling, what's the word? I don't know if it's necessarily guilt, but nervous, scared, shy about our truth, about who we really are, maybe feeling like, where we're at is not good enough and things like that. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with how you feel and where you're at. And don't allow the world, other people, society, your partner, your mom, your dad, your sibling, your boss, even your mentor, even a spiritual teacher. Don't allow anybody to make you feel less than, ashamed, guilty, not good enough, based on where you're at right now. What is true for you, how you feel, where you're at in life, what it is that you want to do. Don't let anybody make you feel that way. You need to give yourself that compassion and really release any restraint. Really release any of the resistance that is keeping you all bottled up inside and not allowing free-flowing expression of truth. Okay? And it takes courage. It takes courage to be honest. It takes courage to be compassionate, because that means you got to look at yourself. You have to be graceful to yourself, right? But I promise you it will bring bliss and joy. I promise you it's going to bring more lightheartedness, more love, more acceptance, more vulnerability, more real connection into your life. Don't be afraid to open the vase. It kind of rhymed a little bit, not really, but don't be afraid to open the vase. What's inside? What's inside of there? Unlock it. Unlock it. Look inside your heart. Look inside your throat. What needs to be said? Spirit said, say what you want to say. Say it now. Dive into light. Dive. What are you devoted to? I just heard bath. I've been like meaning to take a bath myself, like a cleansing bath with this moon especially. And after receiving all this Reiki, I already know so much has already come up for me, you guys, but I already know more is coming. But I'm ready. And maybe I'm not, but you know, I'm gonna do my best to just accept it all with open arms. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides, any other messages for the collective at this time? Compassion, bliss and joy, invincible courage, devotion. Please show me. Ooh, too many. Way too many. Please show me clearly what the collective needs to know at this time for their highest good and the highest good of all. Please show me clearly. Guys, I can't make this up. Look at what just shot out of the deck. Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups in reverse. What are you devoted to? I think that we're all novices. We're not as good as this as we think we are. That's what I'm feeling. We're not as good at this as we think we are. We need practice, and that's okay. We need practice being tender with ourselves. We need practice looking at our feelings and accepting our feelings and being a safe space for our own heart, being a safe space for our own truth. We're still learning how to come together. We're still learning how to harmonize. We're still learning how to forgive, because it starts with the self. But how beautiful the opportunity is here. The opportunity is here. The Knight of Cups is in reverse at the bottom of the deck, and then I have 8 of Coins, and then I have the Lovers, and then I have the Ace of Cups again. Like, okay, message coming in. Some of us have been devoted to something for so long that we felt like we had to work so hard at. And because we felt like it would take too much work, or we treated it as work, as something that, you know, constantly needed to be poured into, that something always had to be fixed, you know, we kind of adopted this mindset of like emotional like flightiness. Are we really devoted? Are we really devoted like we say we are? The Knight of Cups in reverse is very fickle with his emotions. Very, very fickle. Feels one way one day, and then the next day feels another way, and he's off to chase another fantasy. This can also be emotional immaturity, emotional manipulation, saying things just to say them, They're not actually rooted in the heart. It feels good in the moment, but it's not actually coming from a true heart-filled space. But the Page of Cups is here, and the Page of Cups is innocent. We're being called to go back to our innocence. Think about why you devoted yourself to this in the first place. Think about, and if it's not something you want to be devoted to anymore, get back in touch with your inner child. Get back in touch with your inner child and remember. That's what I'm hearing, and that came up this weekend too. Water remembers everything. And we're in the cups here, okay? Water is here. The truth is here. All this blue. Water remembers. So if what you've devoted your time and energy into at this point in time, up until this point in time, is not giving back to you, it doesn't feel good anymore. It doesn't feel in alignment anymore with what you want, how you want to feel, where you want your life to go. You're being asked to go back and look at your inner child and see what your inner child has always wanted to be devoted to, so that you can be more discerning in how you move forward, and where you devote yourself to moving forward. We're being asked to forgive during this time. We're really being asked to let go of pain, to let go of strife, to let go of feelings of unworthiness, and realize that we're always going to be on this journey. We're always going to be learning how to be better at being compassionate, better at being courageous, how to be more loving, how to embrace our emotions and our vulnerabilities, how to become a safe space for our own hearts so that we can be a safe space for other people. Look what just came out. 10 of Cups. All these cups, guys. Bliss and joy. We got it under bliss and joy. Emotional fulfillment. I'm seeing family. I'm seeing bridges. I'm seeing bridges being built in order to unite two different worlds. This is like real. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but this is like learning how to share. Learning how to share the space. Learning how to share emotions the proper way, a healthy way. Learning how to master your own emotions, so that you can bring them to others in a way that is more easily received. This is also like family, going back to your roots. Love is all over this reading. Be courageous enough to dream your biggest dream ever. Be courageous enough to believe all of your heart's desires are possible. Be courageous enough to devote yourself to the bliss and joy of your heart. And be compassionate towards yourself in the journey of that unfolding for you. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else for the collective, for their highest good at this time? Please show me clearly. Anything else, Spirit? Too many. I'm not taking those. Anything else, Spirit? Please show me clearly. I don't know why I'm like really looking at these roses in this card too. This rose, the roses and this red string in the Page of Cups. It's important to also feel passionate about whatever it is that you're devoting yourself to. Thank you. We have the Knight of Wands, just as I was talking about passion. We have it under invincible courage. How much more clear can Spirit be? Have the courage to go after what you want. Have the courage to express yourself and live your life wildly and freely from an uninhibited place. Recognize that you still have work to do. That's okay, but that you still have work to do. Things might not be exactly where you want them to be yet. You might not be exactly where you want to be yet, but it's okay because wishes are coming true. 9 of Cups in reverse though, so it might take a little bit of time. It might not be coming in exactly how you want it to and the exact timing that you want it, but Spirit is saying, trust me. Spirit is saying, keep walking the straight path. No distractions. Keep going. We have a Page here and then a Knight. We have the 10 of Cups. Completion, mastery, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, passion here, drive, vision. The Knight knows what they want, and then they go after it. And whatever is in its path will be cleared because it's going straight. The Knight is going straight. I am hearing at the same time an underlying message here is in your courageousness, you still need to be compassionate. Okay, because these is two very opposite energies here, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Very opposite energy, and what they're underneath, compassion and invincible courage. Like, here, I'm sorry. Sometimes I can get scattered because the messages come in so quick, so let me show you. This is what they look like for me. And then in the middle, I have bliss and joy with the 10 of Cups underneath. So, even in your courageousness, you still need to learn how to be tender and compassionate and considerate of other people's feelings, of your feelings. You can't just be running in blindly. You can't just be charging with no vision, no idea of what you're doing, not being tuned into your heart, not being grounded. You can't do that. You have to be balanced. You have to be in tune. What did I say in the 10 of Cups? A bridge between two worlds. And it's crazy that the Knight of Wands came out as I was speaking about passion. Look at it. The 10 of Wands is a bridge between two different worlds. Fire and water. That emotional security, emotional fulfillment, that emotional maturity. You need to be emotionally mature. You need to be able to tap into your intuition and tune into Spirit as Spirit guides you, because trust that this is going to be abundant for you. Trust that this is going to be abundant for your life. Whatever you're devoted to, it's going to pay off. And if it's not, if you feel like you're no longer in alignment with what you're devoted to, like I said earlier, it's time to go back to your inner child and look at your inner child and what your inner child has always wanted, has always aspired to, has always dreamed of, has always needed to feel in order to feel safe, in order to feel bliss and joy, in order to feel fulfilled, in order to feel strong and seen and valid, and then operate from that standpoint. But whatever you guys, for the rest of you, whatever you guys have been devoting yourself to, trust that it's going to happen in divine timing. Not your time, divine time. But there is a need here to step up to the challenges and allow the journey to mold you into the person that you need to be in order to be a match for this bliss and joy and fulfillment and this happy ending. Balance out your passion, your drive, your need to act, and also the part of you that just needs to be, that just needs to feel, that just needs to be seen, and that also needs to nurture. Okay? This is what I have for you guys. I hope that it resonated for you. Let me know how it resonates in the comments. I hope that this message gave you everything that you needed during this time. Happy full moon, you guys. I'm wishing you guys the best, and again, all my information is in the description box below. Check out my apothecary, check out my website, book a reading, check out my music. I've been off Instagram, but you can still feel free to follow me on there. I will be back maybe within another week or so. So yeah, love you guys so much. Until next time.